You don't see these very often in Telford, England. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today we have a rare find, and that is these pair of winning boxing boots. I was doing a training session the other day and we went outside onto the AstroTurf, and there was about 40 people all doing shadow boxing outside, and one of the adult boxers, the recreational boxers, walked out from that door out onto the Astro and was wearing what I instantly recognised as winning boxing boots. I have never seen a pair of winning boxing boots in this gym. Okay, that's how rare they are. In all these years, I've never seen anyone wearing them. I immediately went up to the lad and said, where have you got them from? And he purchased these from eBay and he got them for a really great price. But straight away, I said to him, I have not got these on my channel. Can I do a review of them, show my viewers, not only round the boot, but also rate and rank them and put them onto my website. So without further ado, let's have a look at these now. Very little information about these. I think they probably are a boot that is no longer done by winning. They are the RS-100, not to be confused with Rivals RS-100. These are Winning's boots, and as I bring that round, you can see that famous Winning label on there. And then as I bring it round, like so. And when I spoke to the guy who had bought these, I did wonder whether or not he knew what he'd got. And he did know what he'd got. He did recognise that he'd got a bargain, and he did recognise obviously that famous Winning logo that is on there. These boots are very basic looking. You can see that from the design of them. They're not flash, they're not in your face, but basic boxing boots that people who have got that sort of style will appreciate. Also, I can't tell you how lightweight these boots are. As I always say, what Winning do superbly is they do everything simple. They don't overcomplicate it. Many times brands will overcomplicate stuff. Winning, totally simple. As you can see, what you've got there, you've got like mesh upper round onto the toe area. You've got a curling up of that sole at the front. You've got nice flat laces. You've got a very simple tongue there. And then at the back, you've got like a suede heel there. And then you've got a little raise there on the back of the sole. And then you've got this sole here, which, as you can see, very delicate, very lightweight, and definitely, I would say, only for use on the canvas and in the ring. I would say if you start to use these outside or even on the wooden floor, that will bald off very quickly. For me, these are definitely either a sparring boot or an actual fight boot. So as you can see there, I've looked online, there's very few photos of these. There's the newer Winning boots that are out there. I'll put some images on the screen now, and previously I've also done a review of a different type of Winning boot, but these are basically the original type of Winning boot that I have seen over many years. I just haven't seen them in real life, and haven't seen much of them online either. So when it comes to that lightweightness, as I say, Winning are simple when it comes to boxing boots. And what do you want from boxing boots? You want them to be super lightweight. You want them to have good ankle protection. These going up in like a mid-cut boot, so you can get some decent ankle protection by way of these long laces. You wrap them around the back and get that sort of tension around that ankle. But that sole and that mesh upper means that these are super lightweight. These are about 8 ounces. Okay, 8 ounces each boot. If we compare that to the Hyper KO 1s, which were about 10 ounce or 11 ounce, the Hyper KO 2s, which were 16 ounce each boot, and then the Hyper KO 3s recently around 12.5 each boot in terms of ounces, and these are 8 ounces. It literally is like you're not wearing anything on your feet. So as you can see from that sole, I would say that these are not a boot for people with super wide feet. There is a small raise on the insole of these, so if you've got flat feet, you will know whether or not that will be comfortable for you. When it comes to the price of these, Literally, I think that they're around $400, 300 UK pounds. Okay, so that's what I've done the scorecard on, because as I say, at the minute I think these are discontinued. In fact, I can't find them on Winning Japan or Kazuji, and I have had a look at Winning USA as well. So the new boots are there, but it's great to be able to bring you this boot. So if you do come across any, you will be able to sort of know what I think of them. So let me just put on screen the Fit to Box ratings card. I've gone style 93, very sedate when it comes to the style, just in the black with the white laces and the white sole. So I've gone 93 when it comes to style. Comfort, very, very comfortable, super lightweight and really, really comfortable around your feet. I've got 99, which is an incredible score. Durability, 93. Obviously, you've got to treat these correctly, but if you start to use these out on concrete, that will bald off very, very quickly. And I would say that these are a delicate boot in comparison to some boots out there that have got soles that will last for years. These definitely, I would say, are not that type of boot. So durability, 93. Performance, 99, absolutely great to use in the ring. Great support by way of the laces for the ankle, super lightweight and also very breathable on your feet. Your feet don't feel like they're hot, and they certainly don't feel like you've got boxing boots on, such as how lightweight these boots are at around 8 ounce. Performance, 99. And sole, I've got 94. It's difficult with scoring the soles, because if I was scoring this purely for in the ring and on the canvas, then these would rate really highly because they're super lightweight, and actually that's a great surface. But of course, many soles are being used outside the ring on wooden floors and other floors and outside, and those are much more durable when it comes to those soles. So I have gone 94 for the sole. Very functional if you're just going to use them in the ring or in your fights, not so much if you're using them for their day-to-day training. And then I've gone value for money, 93 at 400 US dollars, about 300 English pounds, or about 345 euros. So they are an expensive boot, but they are super rare. I don't think anyone else in the gym will be wearing these. When I got the young lad to try them on for the footage of the in-ring, he's got a pair of the latest blue Hyper KO 3s. He instantly said how much more comfortable these were. And I've spoken to the lad who actually bought these, and again, he's sort of given me the information about the sizing. When it comes to the sizing, these are true to size for both the guy that bought them and also the lad that put them on. These are a 9.5, and both of them guys are 9.5 when it comes to the size. So I would say these are true to size as well. So let me then put onto the screen the Fit to Box report card. And on there, the things I like and love about these boots, the features of these boots, and anything else that I think that could be improved about these boots. But what an absolute treat to bring to you on the channel. So of course, I buy my own boxing gear. I also get sent some gear from brands, which I always appreciate when they're wanting to have reviews. But also I have the added benefit of all of the people that come in here. If they've got some really special gear, that I am able to bring it to you, the viewers, and expose it to you, when really, would I be spending £300 on these? Currently, I don't think I would, but because that guy got them off eBay, I've been able to bring them to you, and I absolutely love that. So these are 3 Fit to Box stars. Excellent, excellent boxing boots. Obviously, they lose points where it comes to the style. They lose points on the durability. They lose points on the cost of them as well, but they certainly pick up points when it comes to the comfort and the performance of these boxing boots when it comes to in-ring for your sparring or for your fights. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box, and I shall speak to you soon.